Hola amigas, I'm so excited to have you here. I'm Ellie. I went through a 40-pound weight loss journey and now I'm sharing my fitness journey online. Over on TikTok and Instagram, I've been sharing mostly the foods that I've been eating in order to not only lose the weight, but maintain my weight. So if you are from Instagram or TikTok and now you've made it onto this brand new YouTube channel, thank you so much. I appreciate you guys more than you know. And I'm so excited to get into all the details here on this channel. Now I realized that I didn't really share too much on my other pages, so I wanted to bring it over here onto YouTube so we can do a nice long little Q&A so you can ask all the details about everything you want to know. We're gonna break it up into like fitness and nutrition and personal. There's some good stuff in here, so let's get right to it. I feel like this is the perfect question to kick things off, and that's what made you want to share your fitness journey? I find it inspiring. So originally I started my pages because I wanted to be part of like the fitness and nutrition community. I really didn't have anyone in my life or like in my friends or family who were into fitness and nutrition, and I feel like this is like very much a mental game, and having people to support you along it is so important. So it all started by wanting to be part of a community, and slowly we have been growing our own community, you guys, and that has all come through pretty much sharing something that brings us all together, which is food. If you guys know me, you know I love me some food, and we didn't cut out anything around here. Now when I say we didn't cut anything out, I mean it. I was eating all kinds of junk food, fast food, and just learning how to incorporate that into my diet. I was a former binge eater, or I should say a binge eater in recovery. I'm doing my best to not go down that path anymore. Some days are better than others, but that leads us into our next question. How did you find the willpower to stop eating a lot of junk food, me versus hot Cheetos? Okay, I feel you because I love me some hot Cheetos. So for a long time, I tried to be very like black and white and just cut out junk food completely. That never worked for me because then I would get a little bit of something and then I would just go off. I would eat everything inside. So I had to learn how to incorporate that into my daily life. Now, when it comes to things like hot Cheetos and stuff that's really snacky that you can have on the day-to-day, or that maybe you are having on the day-to-day right now, I would just find alternatives for it. And a really good alternative to some hot Cheetos are like those Quest hot and spicy chips. Those are the closest dupe that I can find. I guarantee that if you do your research, there's a dupe for almost everything that you're eating right now. And if there's not, I take that as a challenge and we'll make it ourselves. That kind of answers our next question, which is what helps you stay consistent with food choices, and do you drink alcohol? Now, like I said, I tried to incorporate everything that I like to eat into my diet so that I don't go on like a binge fast, or I try to find healthier alternatives. So that's one way that I've been able to maintain my weight loss. It can come down to like your bread, your milk, your snacks. Like there's so many things that you can swap for lower calorie alternatives. Like I said, I did struggle with binge eating, but not only that, I'm a huge emotional eater. So when I get a little more stressed, it can be really hard for me. With that, it's just all about willpower and keeping my goals in line. And I don't have perfect days every day. And I think that that's so important to realize that not every day is going to be perfect. Unfortunately, when those days do happen, then you just move on to the next day and try your best. But I will say that with consistency, meal prepping is like your lifesaver. It is going to be your BFF. Even if you don't like to track, like you can plan out your week so it's not so hard to like stay consistent, make good choices on the spot because you already pre-planned that for yourself and made your life a little easier. How do you stay on track during your period week? I feel like I ruin all my hard work that week. Ooh, I know. I totally feel you on that. I get like the worst cravings, but I have to say it's gonna be willpower and like meal prepping and being prepared, like having those snacks that you know you're gonna crave and then just get healthier alternatives for them. So if you're like me and you crave a lot of chocolate, get you some nice little chocolate halo top, get you some of those Quest peanut butter cups. At least you're getting in some protein. Protein creamies have been saving my life because I am a black hole. And one protein creamy is enormous and has like 40 grams of protein. If you need any of those protein creamy recipes, I'm gonna like put links in the description or something down below with all my TikTok creamy recipes because they've been saving my life. How to stay motivated or consistent when feeling tired or lazy to work out. So motivation is not gonna last forever. Maybe the first week or two, even a month, but it's gonna dwindle away eventually. I hate to break it to you. And in those days, you just gotta push through it. Some days you don't wanna be at the gym and you just push through it. Unless you're feeling like your body actually needs a break, unless you're feeling sick or something like that, put on a cute outfit and get to the gym. Even if you can make yourself do a little bit of something, it's better than nothing. How can I start eating more healthy if I don't like veggies? Okay, so that is a big one. I think my biggest advice is to sneak them in a way that you don't really feel them or in a way that you really like them. One of my biggest hacks has been like sticking a bunch of spinach and a bunch of greens into my smoothie and blending that up, because when they're in a delicious smoothie, you can't really taste them, or putting spinach in my pasta because it'll like dwindle down and become really, really tiny and then you can't really taste it. Also, learn how to roast up some good veggies, throw them in the air fryer, throw a bunch of seasoning on there. Just play around with different vegetables and recipes until you find something you like. How do you stay motivated to continue to eat healthy, or do you have cheat meals? 100%. Well, first of all, I don't really have cheat meals. I include those foods that I love into my diet sporadically for sure. Like maybe like once or twice a week I'll eat out or something, or if there's like a special occasion or something like that. So I definitely plan some free meals for myself. I'll have fast food here and there, like I said, once or twice during the week, and I'll just make sure that it fits within my macros or my calories or whatever. But every couple of weeks or every few weeks when I am dieting, I will have a free meal, which means I don't have to track that meal at all. Now, you can get kind of crazy with that. Don't do a whole day. But I feel like if you give yourself a cheat day, it's harder to get back on track than if you give yourself a cheat meal, because you know that you're just gonna have that one meal. You're still gonna have your high protein like breakfast, lunch, maybe you go out to dinner or something like that, and then you know that you're gonna hop back on track. I found that when I gave myself cheat days is when I would really go off the bandwagon, because I was like, I already messed all my progress up, well, might as well keep going. And we can't think like that. I get this question a lot, and it's, I know everybody's body is different, but how long did it take you to lose 40 pounds? And I'm gonna do a whole video on this, but like you said, everybody's different. I used to be one of those people who would look up like the fastest way to lose 50 pounds, so like losing 30 pounds in 2 months or whatever that may be. But honestly, those people are so different to you, like their lifestyle, their nutrition, their height, their starting weight. There's so many factors. Now, I lost like 10 to 15 pounds probably over the span of a couple of months just by making healthier alternatives. And then I'd say the bulk of my weight loss came within like 4 to 5 months ish. And I was going like, I was really sticking to my nutrition though. I do feel like I could have taken it a little bit slower in that period of time. And now for like the past months, like a lot of months, I've been maintaining. I am going back into a cut, so you guys are going to be seeing all of that. We're going to start it together. We're going to do this together. So if you want to see how I approach it this time around, then stay tuned. Do you have loose skin from the weight loss? If so, are there workouts you recommend? I don't really have loose skin from my weight loss, and I feel like partially that's because I haven't lost all the weight that I want to lose yet. I still have a good amount of weight to lose in my belly area. I've already lost 40 pounds, and I hope to lose maybe around 20, 25, I don't really know, whatever I feel comfortable in, but I will keep you updated if anything changes. Unfortunately, there are not workouts that can completely get rid of your loose skin. If you do have loose skin, or if you end up getting loose skin, that is nothing to be ashamed of, and I assure you, you would probably rather just be able to lose the weight, feel confident, than to have a little bit of loose skin. Did you focus primarily on nutrition before getting into the gym? Absolutely, 100%, 100,000,000%. I didn't really get into like any hardcore weightlifting or anything like that until well into my weight loss journey. I'd say by the time I'd lost maybe 30 pounds, and I lost those 30 pounds by just dialing in my nutrition, going on walks, and maybe doing a little bit of home workouts here and there. What are your end goals? Have you met your goals? That is such a good question. Absolutely freaking not. I have not met my end goal. I don't know that I have a solid end goal, but right now my short-term goal is to lose a little bit of fat, like I mentioned, and to gain some muscle. My goal is to be a lean, mean, glute building machine. No, but actually I like everybody else, I want to have a flat stomach and a big booty. That's gonna take some time though. I'm gonna take you along that journey, but short-term goal, I do want to lose some fat and build some muscle. What's your workout resume, and how did you choose which exercises to do? At the beginning, I would go strictly based off of like YouTube workouts, and then for a while I also used the Alive app by Whitney Simmons, which I am obsessed with. I really love it. And then like I did like Booty by Brett, so I would do some structured plans. Now the thing that I find with those, sometimes I didn't love all those exercises that they did, so it became like harder to stick to them if I wasn't confident or I didn't love those exercises. Now that I've like learned my way around exercising a little bit more, I put myself on my own plan, started at home with some dumbbells, and now I'm into the gym. Do you do intermittent fasting? That's a really good question. I've said a lot actually, and I think it's because on the internet, intermittent fasting can seem like a secret weapon to lose weight. You just eat within this time frame. I just want to say it is not a magic trick. It is a tool, and I did do intermittent fasting at the beginning of my weight loss journey, and I feel like it really helped because it did put that time frame on me. And my biggest struggle was binge eating at night. So knowing that my window was from 12 to 8 or whatever window you choose really helped, because then that kind of eliminated the night binging for me, and I learned my hunger cues. So in short, I don't do it now. I did do it before, but nothing is going to matter more than your calorie intake versus your calorie expenditure, which means you're just burning more than you are consuming. I hate to break it to you, but anyone telling you that calories don't matter, Yeah, I wouldn't trust them. It just comes down to the science of it. How to get back on track after a cheat meal. If you feel like you overindulge one day or one meal, just hop back on your plan the next day and don't think about it too much. Trust me, the stress that you go through of like restricting the next day and all of that stuff, it's just gonna keep you in this like vicious cycle. I guarantee you did not eat a pound of fat in one day. It would be really hard. That's like 3,500 calories over your maintenance calories. So take a breather and hop back on track tomorrow and try to stay consistent as you can. It's more difficult to lose weight as we get older. By the way, thank you so much for being inspirational. That is so sweet. Thank you for all your support. You can lose weight at any age. Of course, hormones, health issues, and all of that can come into play, but you can definitely lose weight, and it doesn't matter how long it's gonna take, because as long as you do it, then that's all that matters. What was your breaking point to decide to make a change? That's kind of a heavy one, and I don't think I've ever talked about that with like anyone. I've been trying to lose weight for like since I was like 15, you guys. It was really hard for me. I tried everything in the book, every fad diet you can think of. Remember those like cabbage soup diets and military diets and egg diets? Yeah, I did all of those. But pretty much my breaking point was when I realized that I was just getting older and I was spending so much time feeling terrible about myself, and the time was passing me by, which was about a year ago. There's a lot that goes into that, and I don't want to go like too deep into that, but pretty much realizing that the time was passing me by and I'd wasted so much time feeling unhappy with myself, and I didn't want that to go on any longer. How long did it take for you to start seeing results? You know that saying like feel it in 2 weeks, see it in 4 weeks, and then hear it in 8 weeks or whatever? That's actually kind of true, but I feel like I actually heard it before I started seeing it. I feel like that happens for a lot of people. Sometimes you feel like you're not even seeing results. So take pictures, take videos, and document it, because before you know it, you're gonna be making progress and you're gonna be like, whoa. You know, it's really hard to see it in the mirror. The mirror lies to you. The scale lies to you, but we're not even going to get into that right now. Did you notice a difference on how people treated you before and after you lost weight? I feel like that kind of depends on like the people that you surround yourself with. I didn't really see a difference. You mean like on the street, like just like walking around, were people rude to me because I was bigger? If they were, I didn't really hear it. I didn't see a direct difference in how like people were treating me. I don't feel like anyone treats me any better now that I've lost a little bit of weight. You know what's funny though? I did notice that people get so self-conscious about what they eat around me sometimes, or especially when I was like actively losing weight. They'd be like, oh, I know I'm not supposed to have like this cookie right now, but I promise I've ate good like all day. And I'm like, I do not care. I have cookies. Like, I'm not judging you. Go in like I would too. How do you lose 40 pounds? What do you do? In short, eat in a calorie deficit. If you want to get more into it, eat in a calorie deficit, do some weightlifting, or find an exercise that you enjoy. But I am going to have a full video on that topic exactly, so stay tuned. If you don't meet your calories for the day because you're not hungry, what do? Force yourself to eat? No, I mean, I wouldn't force myself to eat, but I'm also like a black hole and I can eat everything, so I can't really relate to that much. But I would say don't force yourself to eat. If you find that it's like a constant thing, then I would just try to find like more nutrient dense, calorie dense food. But if it's like a one-off day and like you're just not that hungry, it's okay, because there's gonna be another day where you're a lot more hungry and it'll balance out. Music, 100%. And someone else asked if I work out with my significant other or anyone else. No, I do not work out with anyone else. That is my me time, and I love putting in my big old headphones and blocking everything out, just blasting a really loud, sometimes embarrassing playlist and getting to work. I've never really had a gym buddy. I kind of want one. I kind of don't. I don't know if I would enjoy it. I guess we'll try it one day and then we'll see. Okay, so I got a few questions about if I can post some of my workout routines and if I can post some recipes, and absolutely yes, noting all of these down and you will get them. All right, so I think that wraps up our like fitness and nutrition portion of this video. Now we're gonna get into like the personal questions. My girl Laura asks, what makes you the most happy in your life? Okay, I know this is gonna sound cheesy, but honestly, the thing that makes me most happy is seeing people in my life happy. Yes, I've always been a people pleaser in my life, but I don't know, just growing up, like doing nice things for your parents or your family or for strangers on the street, whatever, putting a smile on people's face really puts one on mine. Also dogs. If I could have like a adoption center for dogs and just keep all of them and mask it as an adoption center for dog, but actually they're just all my dogs, then that would be something that would make me really happy. Did you go to college? Yes, I went to college. I started off as a bio major. I failed chemistry, couldn't pass chemistry. Then I ended up as a cognitive science major. Then I took a UX course after college, and now I do product design. Do you have a man? Yes, I have a man. I'm pretty much a whole ass wife at this point. And someone else asked if we've met Bay. No, you have not met Bay. I don't know if you're gonna meet Bay anytime soon because people on the internet are rude, and I'm willing to like expose myself to hate, but the people I love, it's a little bit harder to do that. You should get sponsored by someone in the fitness industry or community. Actually, on my vision board for 2024, and I'm just putting it out into the universe, my dream companies to work with would be Alphalete and Buff Bunny. I am obsessed with them. It's like the activewear that I wear all the time. I love Heidi and Christian. They're such an inspiration to me. And Buff Bunny was actually like one of the first activewear brands that got me into activewear. It made me feel so confident, and they're so size inclusive. The materials are amazing, and I wear them in and out of the gym, which I feel like makes it more valuable for me. I work from home, I'm mostly casual, so I love that their pieces like easily transition. Maybe in 2024 that will happen. We're putting it out there. Time management. When do you begin and end your day? Okay, so we're working on this one, sis, because my time management right now is like not the best. I probably wake up around like 8, sometimes 9 if I wake up super late, but usually it's about like 8 o'clock so I can walk my dogs. You know, my children need some attention before I start my work day. And then I try to head out in the gym at some point of the day. Like I take like a 2-hour break. Since I do work from home, I have a little bit more flexibility, which I am so grateful for. And you know, work until my work gets done, and then I'm able to focus on like housework and all the social media stuff after work, as well as my other personal projects. So right now I'm kind of a mess. I can't really give you advice on time management, but if anyone else has some, please drop it in the comments and I will read it too. All right, I think that's everything. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Like I said, thank you for hopping onto my channel. I really appreciate you guys more than you know, and I'm so excited to share everything with you. Seriously, I have like a whole cut series coming up. I have my favorite activewear. I've got meal prep stuff. We have a lot of stuff to talk about on here. So if you're on a fitness journey yourself, or you want to follow me on mine and you want to do this thing together, make sure you drop a like. Make sure that you subscribe so we can stay up to date with each other. So I don't really have like a cute, quirky outro just yet, but until we make one of those, thank you so much for joining me on this video, and I will see you next time.